Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I hope everyone's having a great one. Also, I hope everyone had a great Trans Day of Visibility that was on Tuesday. I know me and the Ambiguity guys really had a great time with it, so it was really cool. This week is all about gender, guys. It's about the wide, big spectrum of gender. So let's take a trip through the gender spectrum together, and hopefully I can help raise awareness to some genders that maybe aren't as known as others, or because I mean the gender spectrum is ever growing, is ever changing, is so vast, so it can be a little confusing for people who just aren't aware. So I'm gonna give you all the rundown. Hopefully I can help you guys learn something. I don't know. But yeah, first I'm gonna start with non-binary. No, sorry, I'm gonna start with binary. Binary is strictly male or female. There's no in between, there's no gray area, it's just male or female, which is basically it. I can't really go in any more detail than that. Then we have non-binary, which is a lot, the list is bigger for sure. And non-binary, the term non-binary is an umbrella term that, a lot of other terms fall under non-binary, but non-binary can also be just a identity, a gender identity or expression. So people use non-binary as their gender, or they just use it when they're, just say that they're non-binary when they don't really want to specify what gender they are under the non-binary umbrella. So it can be used both ways. But I'm gonna now talk about some of the gender and human identities and expressions under the non-binary umbrella. And I wrote it on a little card here, so I hope I don't forget any. If I leave something out or if I say something wrong, please correct me, because I'm always learning too, and it would help me out, and I'll put a description below if I leave something out. Okay, so we have, first on there is agender. Agender, they don't define themselves as male or female. They don't define themselves as any binary gender. They basically just think of themselves as genderless. And then we have androgyny, which most of the time is used as to describe a style, like an androgynous style, when they're kind of like, it's between both genders. It's not really definite between, it's not really definite as a female or male, style or way of presenting. I think of androgyny more as a way of presenting yourself, but also it can be used as an identity too. You can just say you're androgynous, which, you're just you in between. Then there is multigender, or aka gender fluid, which is kind of like it's transversing between male and female. So like some days you feel like you're more masculine, some days you feel like you're more feminine. It just depends on the person's comfortability or how they feel that day, what they're going to identify as, and that goes for their pronouns too. Then we have gender neutral. So gender neutral is just, they're neutral to both. I identified as gender neutral for a long time, and what I would tell people is I don't really care if you call me female, I don't really care if you call me male, or use either one's pronouns. Like, I just didn't care. I was neutral to both, but I've kind of changed, I've grown out of that, and I now go by non-binary, trans-masculine, and also genderqueer. So, like I said before, gender is always growing, people always grow, so it doesn't just have to stay one thing. Then we have genderqueer, which is another identity I go by because I just consider myself queer everything. My sexuality is queer, myself is queer, and queer is just different. It's not the binary norm. It's just liking or being anything out of the box. So I really like the term genderqueer. I think it's just if it's me. And then we have intergender, which they consider themselves between male and female. Not like they're just between it, in there somewhere. Okay, so I think I basically gave y'all the rundown on most of them. Like I said, if I missed anything, I'm sorry. Please let me know. I'm trying not to be really long with this. It's such a vast topic. But yeah, advice for people who's trying to like figure out their gender and everything and their identity. Just as I like to say, play with it, experiment, try different genders, try different identities. You don't have to be just one. You don't have to just categorize yourself as one gender. You can play with it, decide, you're growing. Gender and expression grows every day, and just like humans, we grow with it, and we grow ourselves into the people we are. So you don't have to stay one gender, you don't have to stay one expression. You can just try it out, see what you like, and if you don't like it later on, whatever, it's okay. Also, pronouns, I forgot. Pronouns with all these genders under the non-binary. I don't know why I do this for non-binary. I think it's just because it's a long list. Pronouns under the non-binary umbrella, they don't have to be just for like the people who identify as them. They pick their pronouns. So if they identify as something and it doesn't, like, you wouldn't think that would be the pronouns for it, it doesn't matter. Just respect their pronouns, because everybody chooses their pronouns because it makes them feel comfortable. So they might identify as one thing, but then, use different pronouns for it. But just respect people's pronouns. Don't always assume that if they're non-binary, it's they, them. Other people make up their own, pronouns. And yeah, pronouns are important, so respect them. Anyways, guys, this is getting long. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope this was helpful. I'll try and put some links below that maybe give better descriptions. I'll put my Tumblr below if you ever want to talk. I'm here. Watch the other guys' videos. I'm sure they're going to be great. Alright, guys. Bye.